Alright, so I want to make a quick update, so just we don't lose this information. Well, I did tidy up a little. The gearbox is there. This is the DSG one that I had on my VF5 in the Frog. This was the broken one, which turns out wasn't broken. Someone actually worked on it, I don't know why, but they actually broke it because there were missing parts, there was scratched oil on the on pump and all the stuff. It doesn't matter. I had a proper tear down and explanation of how these boxes work because it's actually fascinating, it's very good. I put everything on Steve's GoPro, so it's probably going to be on Steve's channel. If you want to have a look how this stuff works, go there. But now, as I've rebuilt my engine, because turns out the one with the pink head cover was scrap. The one I had, which was in very good condition, it's the wrong block. Like I said before, if you haven't seen it, the only thing changes is this dowel. This is on the top, it should be here, and the ones with the dowel on the bottom, which you can't even replace it, you can't change it because this is how they machine the blocks, and that's the only change. So this one comes from the auto, and the manual ones comes with the dowel on the bottom. You want the ones with the dowel on the bottom. This one is completely useless. So the moment I found out this was very poorly built, it was pretty much scrap, to be honest. Well, I don't know, maybe good's alright, but I don't trust people working on these engines in this way to be any good inside, so fuck it, we're gonna scrap this engine probably. That one again, mint, so I gutted, so I removed all the gas from that engine. I used another block, a very good condition block we had, and rebuilt the whole engine. I didn't bother obviously to make it all pink, like Andrew did with his 1.8. I don't have a time for that. The block is clean, and that's all that matters. I got a thicker head gasket, so we lower the compression to 9.1 to 1 minus the head work I've done. It should be guesswork about 8.8, 8.9. So it should be very safe to about 1.5 bar, maybe something over that. And if you're gonna use race fuel, obviously less risk of detonation, and we're gonna send it for much more boost because these engines are very strong. Anyways, it's been rebuilt, all new gaskets, everything is fresh, new seals, blah blah blah. It's ready to go back in the car, and my gearbox just arrived. And this update, actually, this information is very important. So this one, I don't know what car it came from because we ordered from Breakers. However, it's supposed to be from the Audi TT 3.2 DSG gearbox. However, there is a major change between this one and the one I had before, which is supposed to be exactly the same car. 3.2 DSG gearbox, Audi TT Mark 1. The difference is, so put this in records, this is O2E 301 103F, O2E 301 103G. You say, okay, what's the difference? Well, quite substantial actually. So this is how, okay, you remove the transfer case. To remove the transfer case, you need a long extension with a small socket with a 6mm Allen key to remove a bolt that is, it looks like this inside. It holds the half shaft inside the differential, and there's actually a hole you can, actually is, yeah, maybe there's a hole there, thread a hole, and it bolts there. You have to remove it. So these 4 bolts, 1, 2, 3 and 4, remove the bolt from inside and it comes off. Now that gearbox there, which the other half is on the table, you see this comes out, sticks out a little, and also the mounting points are more inside to where the bell housing is. Where that gearbox there, all of this is flush. So the bell housing, this recess for the transfer case, whatever, and these mounting holes, all these planes are in one plane. So this is kind of problematic for me now. There are different ways to sort it out. I could split the gearbox, or maybe entire gearbox, put it in a machine. Entire gearbox will be difficult because it's nowhere to clamp it, really very difficult, so I have to split it, get a housing on my milling machine and skim everything down, and then just use spacers because it looks like about 4 millimeters in. What I'm gonna do, probably, I'm not gonna do it, I'm just gonna put my adapter flush on that, because what we need really, this is my prototype adapter. I'm using on my, obviously, to do all the prototypes and drawings. This seal here, this O-ring, when you receive it, you have the O-ring here. It sits on top there because you have to seal the oil that's inside the gearbox from coming out, obviously. So that's gonna seal it. And then on the other side here, we have another seal, which seals the. Where's my? Where did I put it? I lost my half shaft. Well, half shaft like this. So, oh, it's still here. I need to show you. So this is the one, again, like I said previously on the previous video, if you've seen it. This is the O2M right side half shaft from wheel drive gearbox. This is what you need for both conventional DSG and manuals when you go from four-wheel drive. So that goes almost there. Sorry, I'm doing this one hand. I have to. It's just for now. You see, these are not the bolts. You got the new bolts that are supplied in the kit. These are just here because they were on a transfer case. So this, all we need is that to block, obviously, the oil coming from out from the gearbox. I can work out the spaces here because everything. This is, although this is slightly different, all the machining is precise. So, for example, if this is 7 millimeters, I can machine precisely 7 millimeter spaces, and this is gonna work fine, absolutely fine, no problems at all. So it's gonna save me a lot of work. The only problem that could be problematic is that the height of the spacer, because we bring this outside, the seal that is actually inside here, not inside this one, inside there, has to sit on the drive shaft, on the half shaft, sorry, on that surface there. Now, because we have quite a lot of space on that surface, if this is out by those 4 millimeters, or even 3, because it looks like only 3 millimeters, this is spacing out, it should still be okay, because this goes inside, and there's still plenty of space. Now, visually, what I'm seeing, I see there is a plenty of space, and we should be okay, but I need to confirm this. I need to put this on, put the seals on, not the prototype one, but the final product, which is arriving probably tomorrow, and we're gonna confirm this. Worst case scenario, I will have to do 2 types of plates of these adapters. One with a shallower recess for the seal, and one with the deeper. Deeper one will have to be for this gearbox, and the other one for that gearbox, and then supplying probably these spaces here, because it's a shame really, and I can't understand what went wrong, which gearbox is actually from what car, or maybe if both gearboxes come with exactly the same car, maybe some year changes or maybe some variations of the gearboxes, because all it takes, because obviously they will change the transfer cases, this will have a slightly different fitment, that's all there is. So no big deal, but obviously this is a small update. There is a way around everything. The main thing is we're not bodging the stuff together. It has to be a final and a good solution. This is still okay, more than okay, but again, I will confirm tomorrow once I've got these arriving. I'm hoping they're gonna be tomorrow here, if not Friday. Either way, all this stuff now is coming anyway. The rest of the stuff of the months and everything is coming, I'm guessing Monday, Tuesday, including the subframes. So yeah, we're gonna have those on pre-order. I think we're gonna launch about 10, maybe 15 subframes on pre-order on quite a lot discounted price for the first customers. And all of this stuff is ready to order already. We just have to wait for the stock to arrive and put everything on the shelves. But besides that, everything is done and gone. This is a bit of a, it's not a concern really. It's still okay. These are small changes, but again, you need to know because the adapter arrives and I show you how to put it on that gearbox, and then you have one of these variations like, oh, what I'm gonna do. So we're working this out. Even if you have one already, don't worry. As I've shown you, it still fits. Tomorrow probably gonna confirm the rest, and but probably gonna need to know which gearbox you're gonna use, which variation of the gearbox you're gonna use, because I guess obviously some things change. Alright, that's enough of this. So I'm gonna put the flywheel on. I want to show you something. So obviously roof is not on my car anymore, it's back on Steve's car. A lot of cat stickers. She's ready. You just have to put I guess the seat, because you kind of need a seat inside, and the bleed the brakes. She asked me to give my hand, but we forgot last night, so I guess we're gonna do it tomorrow. Also asked the same brake who sent me the gearbox. I said, okay, from the gearbox I need the complete gearbox with the bolts, flywheel with the bolts. Bolts didn't arrive, but that's fine because we're gonna use the new ones, and the complete shifter. And this is how the complete shifter came. No knob and no cover, which you actually have to unscrew, put some work on it to remove the cover. I don't know, they're really trying to make money of every single bit, every single bolt. I mean, I say a complete one is complete one. This is not complete. I don't even want to message or anything. It's just fuck it, it's about 40 quid on eBay, the whole lot. What are you gonna send that cover for? £5, £10? It's like Christ. Anyway, the good thing is I have it, so now I can work out the way to mount everything, because again, slowly I want to work it out, the way to connect this gearbox to the rest of the car, electrics, the shifter, the cable, because again the engine is on the back of the car in the front, so the cable cannot just fit unless you have it kind of reversed. No, I don't think even that's gonna work. No, I don't work it out. This is one of the reasons I'm doing the DSG, so I'm gonna work out everything, and although we're not gonna sell, or we're not selling at the time the whole kit, slowly we're gonna have everything available slowly. The main thing is we have the basics, so we have the drive shafts, we have the electrics to run the engines, and soon the gearboxes, and the obviously engine gearbox mounts. So that's the good thing. Another note, his parcel just arrived with the whole kit, my engine mounts for, see, this comes from a guy who ordered everything from us, well, the basic kit, so engine mounts kit and the drive shafts. But then when we fired up the VR5 in the Frog turbo, it was like, all right, that's enough of this, because you're making me spend too much money. I want a VR5 now. Change my mind. Is there a chance that I can return the mount, the kit for the 1.8, and exchange it for the VR5 stuff? Because I changed my mind. No problems. Return it back. We have no problems with that. Those mounts are completely unused. He didn't even open them yet, so no problems at all. And he's going for the VR5, exactly the same setup I'm having. So VR5 and DSG gearbox, turbo, obviously. Anyways, good news. Now I'm gonna use the crane to lift all this stuff, because I injured my back a few days ago. Can't lift nothing, so bollocks. Anyway, back in the car. See you soon.